Hey there, I see we got one person and a few more people joining in the stream, guys. Today we got our boot camp, Friday boot camp class. It's the last class of the week before the long weekend here, so we're going to go ahead and get started in a second, guys. All we'll need today are heavy weights. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started in a moment here, guys. All right, guys, here we're waiting here to get started. YouTube's being a little slow right now. We just want to make sure that we got the stream going. We got some people in, so we are waiting just a little bit here. I saw some people joining, so I want to make sure that the counter goes back up here before. All right. So yeah, like I said, you guys, today is our boot camp, our Friday boot camp class. Friday, right before the long weekend here, so we're gonna get after it. All we need today, heavy weights, and in fact, if you actually want a set of medium weights, because we're gonna be doing some fun bicep and tricep stuff. So for those, I would recommend having some medium weights by side there as well. And heck, you can even use them for the shoulder press here at the start as well. But I'll give you guys that option if you ever need to drop weights. It's always good to have a set of lighter weights on standby whenever I say heavy weights. But guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started here pretty much right now. All right, there, guys. Like I said, today is our Friday boot camp class here. Last one before the long weekend. Heavyweights, medium weights should get us by. If you want anything lighter on standby, go ahead, have those ready. But great there, guys. Go ahead, start giving me those arm circles and pedal those feet. Those circles start nice and small, and then they get wider before they come back down, guys. But I like those feet moving, if not just a heel pedal. You can also walk around, pace if you so choose. But again, let's just get blood going throughout the entire body rather than just the arms. And guys, we should be all the way at the top right there. So go ahead and start bringing that back down for me right there. And once you get here, I want you guys to do the same thing, but now you're going backwards again, starting small, making those bigger. There we go. Bringing them up. And back down. Right there, you guys, we're going to go right into those hamstrings and chest openers. We like these again. That's just going to activate the hamstrings for us. And we're opening up the chest. I like to have this one early on in the warm-up because, again, we're not just stretching the chest here, but we're activating that upper back there, squeezing those shoulder blades together. That's awesome for us. It's great for posture, especially if we spend a lot of time at a computer. Chances are our shoulders might not be the most disciplined, and they start to round over throughout the day. So this is, again, just opening that up, getting us ready here for class. And then right there, guys, go ahead, start giving me some squats. These squats can, of course, be a little bit faster, normal pace, or slower. My recommendation is if you're feeling a little sore here at all, start nice and slow. That's going to allow you to get some eccentric stretching throughout these muscles here, a little glute, hamstrings, and quads. And then as you start to feel those muscles loosen up, you can feel free to go a little bit faster, or if you want to take it slow. Really not that big of a deal here in the warm-up, guys. You're really just doing whatever makes you feel better. But now start giving me calf raises there at the top. So it's a squat, calf raise right there for me, guys. And then right there, guys, you're going to start up. Come on up, start giving me some lunges, forwards or backwards, slow or fast. Again, I like to go a little bit slower, especially at the start here. That gets me a nice hip flexor stretch on that back leg here. Maybe even a little bit of a glute stretch on that front leg, depending on who we are and how tight we're feeling. But if you guys feel like you want to ramp up the speed there already on those, that's okay too. And then there, guys, we're going to go ahead, set those feet a little bit wider here, and we're going to go side shifting, stretching out those adductors. You can lean down on one side if you're feeling one of these adductors, those anterior thighs are a little tight. And if staying low like that the whole time is a little much for us today, we can always come up in between reps, stretch on one side, come up, stretch on the other side as well. But if we stay low, might get a little bit more glute activation for us. And right there, guys, go ahead. Exhale here. You're going to come on up with me. You're going to start opening up those hips a little bit. Again, this is stretching those adductors a little as you squeeze in the glutes here. Bring that knee from the inside to out. Almost like you're stepping over a chair. And now you're going to give me the same thing, but you're going the opposite direction. You're on outside to in. It's going to allow us to stretch those glutes while now activating those adductors just a little bit more. And right there, guys, go ahead, relax, grab a little bit of water, stretch a little bit more if you need to. We're going to get started here in our first set in just a moment. And like I said, guys, you can have heavy weights only. You can also do some medium weights in today's class. I'm going to use just one weight set, but again, this is our first activity is going to be a bit of a shoulder. You guys can still feel free to stretch and drink a little bit at home, but I'm going to say it's a little bit medium. And if you want to ramp it up a little bit on weights because you feel ready or start heavy and go down, that's okay too. But why I say that is because we're going to be doing normal shoulder press. And I'll actually just demonstrate with one hand here. Normal shoulder press, full range of motion. From there, I'm going to tell you guys to just do the lower half here. So that's from here up till that arm hits parallel from the ground. Then I'm going to tell you guys we're going full or upper half, which is again full extension till that arm hits parallel to the ground. And then eventually we're going to finish that off with some full range shoulder presses again. So maybe for some of us, you feel comfortable with whatever heavy weights you have at home, or you want to go lighter. That's okay, guys. But now I will have you grab those weights. And you're going to start off with me here, guys, in 5, 4, 3, full range of motion right there, you guys. Full range here. You can have that arm all the way out, but I'd be mindful of any maybe pinching or tightness you feel at the top as you're feeling that. Let's bring that in to a 45-degree angle from the body. We do that, guys, just because some of us have tight shoulders. We like to avoid that impingement up there on the shoulder. And even if you maybe don't feel that tightness, just moving that into a 45-degree angle can just be a nice safety measure. Guys, relax right there because now we're going to start doing that lower half. 3, 2, and begin. That's the lower half right here, right there, guys. But as I was saying, it's sometimes it's good just as a protective factor that even if this feels comfortable, just bringing that in here is just a little bit more protective for the shoulder versus going all the way vertical out from the body. You're going to get a more front shoulder, not as much lateral head, but of course it's all one deltoid. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, guys, we're going upper half. Of course, you guys are doing both arms, as I was saying earlier. I'm just demonstrating with one to make this clear. But yes, now we're on that upper half here, just going down till that arm is parallel with the ground. We're just here, you guys. That's what we're working right there. Again, you guys are doing both arms at the same time. We're going to finish this off full range of motion again. After that, I'll let you guys shake the shoulders out here. Then we're going to go into a row. 3, 2, full range of motion. Let's try to get right into it, guys. Full range of motion, right into it for me. Always want those weights under control now, especially now that we're in full range of motion. Don't feel like you got to keep a tempo that's super fast. If anything, we want you going slower rather than faster here. That keeps the momentum off, which keeps the tension on your muscles and, of course, protects the joints. Guys, 5 more seconds for me. 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, relax a little bit. Shake the arms off if you need to. Next here we got is nothing special. It's just a pinch the shoulder blades, drive the elbows back, row. Now we're going to get that ready in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Pick up those weights again, guys. And you're just here, just rowing. Nothing special, guys. All I want you to do here is make sure that you got that proper body mechanics. So we like to have our feet staggered. Nice hinge at the hips here, but back stays nice and straight. As deep as you go in that hinge, the harder it's going to be. But then you're pinching those shoulder blades together first and foremost, driving those elbows up. And again, just making sure that that back stays nice and straight throughout the range of motion here, guys. 15 more seconds, guys. Then I'm going to have you drop back down to some medium weights, because we're going to be doing some bicep curls next. 3, 2, 1. Relax there, guys. Bicep curls here. 3, 2, and begin. If you want the heavy weights, that's okay if you feel up to it. If you want those medium weights that you had on standby, that's okay here too, guys. But you're with me. Feet staggered if you need to. If you're starting to feel a little bit of that hip sway, and of course I'm exaggerating, but even just a little bit of sway like that, it's a good idea to stagger those feet just to give us a nice foundation. And 4, 3, 2. I want everybody holding here, holding with their arms parallel to the ground, holding right there, you guys, for me. 10 seconds just in this position. And 3, 2, 1. Relax there, guys. Now we're going to head on down to the ground here. We're going to have 2 or depending, I guess, on the weight size. I'll be utilizing 2 dumbbells, but if you have a heavy enough one, you can utilize 1. But we're going pull over here next, guys. Let's get ready in 3, 2, and begin. So yes, pull over here, drive that belly button into the ground, and I say that so that we can protect the spine, because the lat muscle, which is one of the main muscles, or pretty much the main muscle we're working right here, attaches throughout that spine, and sometimes when it's being stretched like it is in this motion, it'll bring that lower spine up with it. So we want to make sure that we're maintaining that solid foundation for the spine, keeping in that neutral position. And then if that means, maybe some of us only stop here, maybe some of us are able to touch the ground, that's okay. Limit your range of motion in order to not lose the biomechanics. That's the goal here. And relax there, guys. Return those hands here, because now we're just going into a bench press, guys. Let's go ahead and start that in 4, 3, 2, and begin right there, you guys. Again, just a normal bench press here, maintaining full tension. "15 seconds for me, guys. We're going into tricep extensions and then a little bit of a longer break. And 3, 2, 1. So these tricep extension, guys, we're going to have those weights together. Arms stay straight, elbows stay locked here. And of course, you're utilizing two hands, but it's like this. We want to avoid seeing that elbow come down or that elbow go back. We want that elbow nice and locked. Tricep extension, of course, with both hands. Let's start in 2 and 1. Go right here, you guys. Now we keep that elbow locked for a variety of reasons. If we go too much forward, we're going to lose some tension. If we go too far back, we'll also lose some tension, but that's because the lats are going to take over for us a little bit right there. They're going to help maintain that, and then that's going to allow us to use momentum to get that arm back up. So by keeping that arm locked, we maintain elbow integrity, guys. 10 more seconds. Sorry, tricep tension integrity. 3, 2, and relaxed. Right there, you guys. Right here, I want you guys to grab me some water, and we're going to be back here in a second for our next activity. All right, guys, here we're going back to the ground here to start off. We're going to have a back and forth glute type of circuit here, guys, where we're going to work hip thrust, either single leg or dual leg. I'll explain that more in a second. Then we're going to target one glute specifically, or at least try to, and we're going to do some hip abduction. Of course, we're going to be laying on the ground here, but again, hip abduction, that's where that leg comes out from the midline. And then after that, we're going to have some fun squat activities, some RDL activities. But guys, as you're coming on back to me, you can utilize weights here or not, but our options here are going to be dual glute leg, or let's all start, if you want to do single on that left leg, so that right leg is off, and you're going to be giving me single glute bridges, because then after that, we're going to come over, turn to the right side, and we're going to be doing hip abduction with that left leg, guys. So go ahead, choose which, if you're going to do single leg or dual leg with weights or not. But I want you guys to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So if we're doing glute or dual leg, let's really drive through those heels. You can even point those toes off. And then once you're at the top, you can try to squeeze an extra inch out, because guys, we do have 3 major glute muscles. Sometimes you might limit range of motion with one of them, but of course, if we're doing one leg, all those same factors apply. Trying to get as high as we can, still pressing through the heel. 3, 2, 1. I want you guys to relax there. Now you turn over to the right side here and hip abduction. Go for me right there, you guys. And look at my foot. We want to make sure that those toes are always pointed forwards. You can get more range of motion. This is a limiting range of motion for me, but if I turn that foot out, I can get higher. That is true, but we want to work just in this range of motion here, guys, keeping maximal tension on the glutes. And right there, guys, I want you guys to either hold that leg or give me some pulses here, one or the other. You're either holding that leg up or pulsing that leg as it's up, guys, for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go back to the mat on our backs here, doing dual glute bridge again, or we're doing that single leg, but now with the right leg down. And let's start in 2 and 1. So guys, we just did the left leg. Now we would have the right leg down, or we can do dual legs again. That is okay. And guys, you might start to feel a little bit more fatigued on the right side than you did the left side. And that is because while we were doing those hip abductions, so we were on our side like this, our right leg was, in a sense, kind of working there as well. So if you feel more fatigued on that right side early, that's okay. 3, 2, 1. That's the end of the glute bridges there, guys. Now we're going to go on to our right side here. Hip abduction in 2, 1, and begin. So again, I'm keeping those toes pointed, utilizing that limiting range of motion. And guys, everyone's going to have a different range of motion limitations here. It all depends on how your bones align. So some people might see that limitation here. Some people might see it here. Some people might see it even further. And right there, guys, I want everybody either holding at the top or pulsing, holding at the top or pulsing here. And 3, 2, relax there, guys. Go ahead. We're going to stand on up here. And we're going to have a little back and forth with some activities. We're going squats and RDLs right here, guys. So these squats and RDLs can utilize weights or not. I would recommend that they do because I know how much a lot of us operate. So guys, just normal squats here. I want us to start in 3, 2, 1. And squat, pressing through the heels, driving those knees out. These weights can be anywhere. Sometimes you guys like to put them on your shoulders, down by your sides, out in front, or up by the chest. Doesn't matter to me, guys. But I want you to focus on pressing through that heel, driving through the glutes, not through the quads. And 3, 2, 1. Relax there, guys. Come on up. We're going right into RDLs here. Knees, slight bend at the knee, hip, hinging at the hip. Back stay straight. Let's go right into it right there, you guys. Pinching those shoulder blades together. Utilizing your hamstrings and your glutes for your limiting or to denote your range of motion limitations there, guys. And 3, 2, 1. You guys right there, back into squats. Let's go right back into it. Squats again. And we're going to do those RDLs here one more time. Ten more seconds. We're transitioning back into those RDLs. And quick transition, standing on up, back into those RDLs. Right away from there, guys. Right away, back into these RDLs. Again, your hamstrings are your limitation range of motion, so don't feel like you have to go as far down as possible. If that means you start to curve out your back, we want that back to stay nice and straight. 10 more seconds for me, guys. Then we're going to head over to the wall. We got wall sits out to that. 10 seconds. And then we're heading to the wall. Weights optional for these wall sets, though. 3, 2, 1. I'll let you guys set those weights down here. Find the wall. Of course, if we don't have a wall, we're just doing a squat hold. But guys, once you join down here, pressing through the heels, knees apart, hands off the thighs. I want you guys to get in position here in 3, 2, right like me, right here, right now. Press through those heels. Try to stay off the toes. Again, hands off the thighs. You guys can do some bicep curls. You guys can drive the bus, however you want to do it. But you guys are already halfway done right there. Quick water break after this, on the mat to finish class. And 5, 4, 3, 2, you guys relax right there. Grab me a quick water, meet on the mat after that. And guys, we're back here in just a moment. All right, guys, here we're back right away. What we got next here is some Russian twists. Those feet can be on the ground. You can have a weight, but I'll have you guys get ready here in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So like I said, you can have those feet down. You can bring them up. Weights or no weights, up to you guys. Of course, the more weight that you have, the slower you're probably going to be. That's okay, because that means you're going to keep that tension on, again, without threatening the stability of the spine. But if you don't have weight, you might be able to go a little bit faster. Again, if you guys feel comfortable maintaining that spinal integrity. But relax right there, you guys. Now you're going to set down those weights, and we are going into Superman's chest up, knees up. Let's start in 3, 2, and begin. Again, you can have those arms close together, or you can fly them out just like Superman would. Up here, or having your elbows a little closer to the body, is easier for most people. Having them out, again, just because you're making that lever system a little bit longer, tends to be more challenging. You're over halfway, guys. Over halfway. We're going to finish off with a plank after this. That'll be it for us for the long Memorial weekend. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, guys, you're going to get ready for a plank. That can be forearms. It can be high plank, low plank. But we want to make sure that that alignment from our shoulders to our hips to our ankles is a nice straight line with our hips being a little higher. Let's start right there, you guys. Important to breathe through this exercise. Last one for us, guys. Last one. Halfway for me, guys, right there, halfway. Just 10 seconds for me, guys, right here, 10 seconds. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax there, guys. Go ahead, grab a sip. Bring that water close to us as well, because now we're going right into our V stretch. You guys join me here when you're ready. Again, keeping that water next to you is a great idea while we're stretching. Great to get those muscles hydrated again. And just sipping some water rather than chugging it during this session is a lot better than trying to chug throughout the day. Sipping is a little better. Again, it's just easier on the digestive system, and it allows it to slowly work its way throughout the body. And right there, guys, let's go ahead and reach on over to the left side. And reach on over to the right. And right there, back to center for me, guys. Seeing if you can get maybe a little farther than you were at the start the last time we went through, not at the end. Maybe you're seeing a little bit of that flexibility improvements. Maybe not. If you don't, that's quite all right. And right there, guys, you're going to bring your legs in for me. Give me a little butterfly stretch here. It's just a different way to target the adductors. And right there, guys, we're going to go onto our backs here. We're going to give me a nice glute stretch, a figure 4, one ankle on the opposite knee. I really like this one because it allows us to target that piriformis muscle, which if a lot of us sit throughout the day, can get a little tight. So it's great to give it that attention. And then, guys, if you want to, you can roll that far ankle. You can give it a little plantar flexion, dorsiflexion, inversion, eversion, or you can just do a nice little 360 ankle roll. That's awesome. And switch for me, guys, right there. Same thing, other side. Again, feel free to give me that ankle movement as well. Moving the ankle here is great to allow the blood to get back up to the heart. Just those little contractions can help pump our blood vessels and help them defeat gravity as we're traveling that blood back up to the chest. And right there, guys, we're going to slowly make our way on up. We're going to go off to the wall here. We're going to get a nice chest stretch in. Again, you can make or play around here with whatever angle you guys like to keep your arms at. Sometimes we always tend to take that one just a lateral from the body, but every now and then, try playing around with some different degrees with that arm. You also have three, it's all one chest muscle really, but we kind of divide it into three main different areas: upper chest, lower chest, and middle chest, and they each deserve their own little attention. And sometimes varying that arm angle can help us reach all of those. And switch for me, guys, right there. It could be the same thing on the other side. Again, looking for those specific areas of tightness. Maybe you do just feel tightness in that lateral area. That's okay. But if it does help, you're kind of noticing something that you didn't see before just because you're trying those new arm angles, feel free to spend some time in those different alignments. And right there, guys, I'll have you slowly come on back to me here. We're going to finish with our four-way neck here. Let's drop the chin down to the chest. Let's get stretched to the back of our neck for us. And right there, guys, go ahead. Let's change direction. Chin to the ceiling, stretch the front of our neck as our head goes backwards. And return to center for me, guys. One ear, same side shoulder. Stretch the side of our neck. And raise it up. Give me the same thing on the other side. And right there, guys, that's going to conclude us for today's boot camp workout. Again, we are back next week, just not on Monday because we are closed. But Tuesday, the rest of the week, we are here. And I hope to see you guys there as well. Have a great weekend, and see you guys next time.